My childhood was very heavy. My mum was not in the space to be having a baby. She was into drugs, alcohol, partying every weekend, most nights, didn't have a stable job, and my dad was the same. He had tattoos all over him. He had 666 tattooed on him. He had devil horns. He had devil worshipper. He has been in jail for about 17 years of his life for many reasons. One weekend I was with him. We were walking along a gravel road and he pushed me over on the gravel. I got up and I was like, Daddy, like, I grazed my legs. Like, obviously, as a daughter would, she'd need a hug from her dad. And he actually pushed me back down on the gravel and said, get up, you crybaby. I was really hurt, and so we drove away from that house, and I remember looking back at that house as my mum was in the car, and I said to my mum, Mum, I never want to see him again. My mum was a single mum, so she worked full-time, and she was the most incredible woman. She, down the track, got a partner. I have a lot of good memories, but inside of all of that, there was a lot of drinking. He was an alcoholic. There was a lot of abuse. She remarried to a man who looked after me, was awesome. He showed me how important it is to have that male role model in my world, and he brought elements to my world that I totally needed. After college, no one was really telling me what to do, so I kind of just got involved with the wrong people. I was 19 and I found out I was pregnant. My whole world in a second seriously came crumbling down. I was now that good Christian girl who was pregnant. My mum at this stage honestly didn't even know that I was even drinking. She didn't even know that I was talking to any guys. So it was a complete shock. My friends, my closest friends, didn't even know. So I was doing all of this like in another world. All I wanted to do was forget about it and move on. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to wipe it away. I wanted to get an abortion. I actually went and booked an abortion. My mum called me and said, although this is huge and this is a massive shock, I want you to know something. And I, okay, what is it? And she said, well, when I was actually pregnant with you, when I fell pregnant with you, I had an abortion booked. She just couldn't do it, and she literally ran out of the clinic. When she told me that, I called up the abortion clinic and said, look, you can keep my deposit because I'm not going through with this anymore, and I choose to give this a shot and give this little baby life because my mum did that for me. Having Houston really grew my character. He brought so much joy to my world and taught me so much about myself, and he taught me that stepping into church, you don't need to be perfect. I've had to trust in God because seriously, at some moments in my life, it's been the only thing that I can do. I don't know the words, I didn't know the steps to take. I didn't know which way was out, and I seriously just had to trust him because I couldn't do it on my own, and I had to hope that he had bigger things for me. So I met this guy called Dan, who in our very early conversations I had with him, he actually said that Houston was a huge asset to me. I knew that this was the guy that was going to show Houston and teach Houston what true love is. We got married after 7 months. We got pregnant a month after that. We now have a beautiful little girl, and her name is Goldie. The future for me, I'm a dreamer. I'm a big dreamer, and I just know that there is some big things for our family. Every day I wake up super excited because I know that there's something coming for us.